Now from the so-called City Beautiful and home to the Madden studios, this is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League from Orlando, Florida. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Tigers of San Juan and the Orlando Sentinels. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. But you look at this defense. They are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing is Allen on third. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Prescott off play action. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyquan Thornton hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Signals are on the board first here this afternoon. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
So here now is Prescott as his guys will go for the 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. It's caught. And it's 8-0. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to load that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Racing to the end zone. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left. To throw, it's Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. When you look at this defense, this unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And some room to work. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 12 yards and a 1st down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. We'll get this up to about the 44. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They run it again with Chubb. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Allen going to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. Here's Allen. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Allen running the option to the left. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Tough tough spot here. 3rd and 18 following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. Throwing now is Allen. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Dante Jackson picks it. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Flushed out right. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Prescott. Downfield and caught by Thornton. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. He may go. Touchdown! Tyquan Thornton. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Seminoles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Tigers, nothing.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
22. Tigers, nothing.
Orlando with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it as we resume action. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
16-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I'll overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Allen now looks to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Hooked up by Jesse Bates. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
They're on 16-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on. They've got his man complete. And they rattle off a big one. 45 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
They go with Chubb on second down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, that is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first half alone, and they're already trailing by 4 possessions.
Makes me wonder, partner, do they just not have any confidence at all in the backup, or do they just have that much confidence in him? Able to throw 4 picks already, they're certainly hoping that he can turn things around and quickly.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Connor going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Once again, it's Connor. And this time he finally breaks through. It's a touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Man in motion left. That's Smith and Jigba. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown! Jackson Smith and Jigba. 69 yards. And the Tigers are able to claw one back. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and get it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A good spot to throw, and indeed they'll come out with 4 wide receivers here on 2nd and inches. Now Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's countered. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
That's good.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's caught inside the 25. And what a big-time play there. 46 yards.
That's good. 4-8.
From the red zone now, Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, he's been the guy, already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
On play action, Prescott. Flush to his right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation. They keep the football.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Prescott. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Sentinels are able to widen their lead here in this first half. The extra point by Ryland up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big well, this is taken in. It's complete. Down to the 10. And touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 83 yards. And the Tigers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. In motion right is the running back. Allen will try to throw for it. He will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's given his guys a shot from late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. The kick by Bass is good, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Look at him go inside the 30. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
And no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it, and you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone, and that's exactly why he did.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, this score here, this one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, Carter, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on the way to a lopsided victory.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20-yard line.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. Now Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Shakir has it in. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
And the San Juan first down.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Escaping the pressure right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure there was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
On third and long, it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Tigers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep them in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Flushed out right. And he will get in for the 2 points to get this back to a 3-score game. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
A first down throw for Prescott. Steps away to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 38-yard line.
2nd down, Prescott. Being chased out left. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And That's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. Here's 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott. And this will be swung out here for counter. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Prescott's throw there, complete to Hamler. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Now Prescott. Flush to his right. That's caught at the 2. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Touchdown! Tyquan Thornton from 3 yards out. And the Seminoles look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown pass as they're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Tigers.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
17 yards. And a Sam 1, 1st down.
Allen maybe with a free play. Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Man in motion left. That's Smith and Jigba. Here's Allen to throw it. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs. with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Tigers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple more times to give them a chance.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Tigers 32.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seminoles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. There we go now as they will again try for 2. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Allen going to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
To the air, Allen. And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
One final try here for Allen. Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb. That is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had...
He's got a man complete. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for two more.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And quickly, they get to the line.
First down.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. That is caught by Dell. Down the right sideline. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for two. And this is caught, so they do get the two. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to... And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Going out wide, finds Chubb. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
5 wide. Hey, tight.
Now Allen. He's got the hookup with Diggs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 19 yards. And the second one, first down.
Allen now on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
On second down, here's Allen. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Allen to throw once more. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. It's Monte Mapu, and the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Left side caught by Diggs. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. Allen will try to throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he returns this to the 22. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
He's going to try and go deep again. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Well, Prescott here to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb. And that's caught inside the 30. But as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all